So, welcome to Jersey Homestead. Today's project, I will be building a fire pit. Now, I usually just buy the pre-manufactured metal pits at Lowe's. I've had one before, they work very well. The only caveat here in the Jersey Shore, we have a lot of salty water, and the salt tends to degrade the metal very quickly. I find these fire pits last a year to 2 years tops, that's about it. But, you know, they are relatively inexpensive, so they're somewhat disposable. If anybody has a suggestion how to get them to last longer or anything like that, please let me know. But join me today as we put together the fire pit. So here's the fire pit we're going to be putting together. It's the Garden Treasures 35-inch model. It's fairly large. What I like about this is you can put a lot of wood in there and you can get a really good fire going. Again, relatively inexpensive, relatively easy to do. So let's get started.
Along about 1825, I left Tennessee very much alive. I never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's paw, and one of her brothers was about outlaw. I sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on the Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. We drifted on down into no man's land. We crossed that river called the Rio Grande. I raced my horse with the Spaniard's foal till I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and a gambler, we couldn't agree. We got in a fight over Tennessee. We jerked our gun, then he fell with a thud, and I got away on the Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. I got just as lonesome as a man can be, dreaming of my girl in Tennessee. The Tennessee stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was a-dreaming of a sweetheart too. We loped right back across Arkansas. I whooped her brother and I whooped her paw. I found that girl with the golden hair, and she was a-riding on the Tennessee mare. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Stirrup to stirrup and side by side, we crossed the mountains and the valleys wide. We came to Big Muddy, then we forded the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee stud. I put a little baby on the cabin floor, a little house coat playing around the door. I love that girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee stud loves the Tennessee mare.
So, there we have it. And then we have the lid. And this thing is bumped. Alright, so if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you on the next time around at the New Jersey Homestead.